This is
Hey now, welcome to the party. This is the Friendly Heckler podcast. I'm your hosty with the mosty, Zachary Miller. This is episode 20. Can you believe it? The best of the best, volume 1. Are you like me? Do you usually skip the clip show of all your favorite TV shows? Like when the writers clearly ran out of material and rested on their laurels? There's no way we're running out of material over here at Friendly Heckler HQ. Don't you worry. This is a celebration of all of the incredible artists I've gotten to hang out with on stage so far. So thanks to you amazing listeners for subscribing and liking, of course, and all of that stuff, and smashing all of the buttons on your phones and computers for the Friendly Heckler. Really appreciate it. We have so many great episodes coming up, too, so here are some upcoming live dates you should come to. February 21st at Saltbox in Wolfville, Nova Scotia. The amazing Caleb Miles is coming out of retirement to play me some songs. March 20th at the Mousetrap above Good Robot Brewing in Halifax, Nova Scotia. I'll be joined by Talia Schlanger as part of her album release tour. Who will interview who? Come find out. Then March 22nd at the Union Street in Berwick, Nova Scotia. The lovely Pat Lapoitovan will also be releasing some new music, and we're going to talk about all his cool collaborations. So email thefriendlyheckler@gmail.com and reserve your tickets to these shows. Let's kick it off with probably the most capable, skilled, adaptable, and community-minded musician I've ever met, Mary Beth Carty, from our first episode where we talk a bit about a great way to spend Canada Day with Nova Scotia's First Nations people, and then she plays her great song, Toa Toyota.
You have a deep appreciation for stuff like that. You have a deep appreciation for French music and Gaelic and even Mi'kmaq songs. And I've seen you sing the honor song.
As a band member with my friend Morgan Tony, we would sing in harmony with him the honor song, which was composed by George Paul. Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah, I thought you played it once up at North Mountain United Tapestry, which is a community that I currently live in, and it's an incredible little venue to see music in. And I remember you played it, and actually it was just after Canada Day that I think you were up there, and it was the first Canada Day really that the entire nation acknowledged the 153 years of genocide that they attempted on our First Nations. And it was shortly after the bodies of children being pulled out of residential schools. And up there, it was the first Canada Day that I think we had, is this true that we had a Mi'kmaq local, an elder, actually come and give a workshop on the culture and the music? And so for that community, it's a small community, but that, as a new member of it, that was really meaningful to me to not only be part of it and then have you come up, but to see a young singer with a Scottish background and an appreciation for all these different types of music to go out there and sing it, and it wasn't appropriation in any way. It was an honor towards the honor songs. So to me, it was moving. That, to me, connected this province and its history and its new artists who are trying to connect all of that. It was beautiful. I really appreciated it.
Thank you. And to set the record straight, I would have sung the friendship song.
Right.
And my friend who taught it to me, Tara Lewis, she came all the way to the show, which was really great. She's a dear friend and a great inspiration to me. And yeah, just thinking back to Canada Day 2021, and a lot of people didn't celebrate. There were no fireworks, and a lot of people didn't celebrate. But me on July 1st, 2021, I was in Shubenacadie. There was a big outdoor thing, and I was just playing guitar with Morgan Tony, and it was super fun. Everyone was wearing orange T-shirts, and we were doing this spot. The one thing they do at powwows that's super fun is the spot dance competition. And they were getting me to pick the spots, so everyone's dancing, and you pick in your mind, okay, I'm going to pick this spot, and whoever is closest to that spot wins a prize, and it's like a Tim Hortons gift card or some such thing. So I had a good Canada Day 2021 because I was in Shubenacadie on the reserve.
You're on the right side of history.
In the powwow grounds. It was a good time.
Wow.
And I'm glad you guys had a good one too. It sounds like it was a great time.
It was somber, as it should be for a bunch of whiteys. We need to take a back seat for the next 100 years, I think. But yeah, that meant a lot to me to see another singer-songwriter go out there and connect the communities. And you're doing it nonstop. So thank you for bridging all the gaps, even between Anglos and Francophones and Celts, Irish or Scottish. A lot of war there.
Thank you. I just love culture, and I just love learning about people through culture and sharing culture. So once again, thank you for having me on this show.
I really appreciate your time. How about another hand for Mary Beth Carty? Are you gonna play us out?
Yeah.
Please play us
So
out.
this song has really, there's nothing serious about this song. It was inspired by my friend Tony Tomlick's really beat up truck. So, and there's if you want Canadiana hash browns, there's a yellow long part, so just gonna yell out hash browns when you fill the time. When you'll know when.
It's on the offbeat of the 3. Hash browns.
Tony had a pickup, not too young, drove it around working hard, having fun, but Russ grew in, Russ grew on, Russ grew under, left it sitting on the lawn. Toyota, tow it into town, turn it into tiny tippets, turn it into hash browns. Toyota, tow it into town, turn it into tiny tippets, turn it into hash browns. Yeah, you got it. One day we said, that's it, this truck's gotta go or we're burning it. Called up Jimmy, called up Cash, strongest man arrived in a flash. Put it in neutral, pushed it into town, harder going up than it was going down. Wheel flew off on Cameron's Hill, decided to take that tow truck bill. So a Toyota, tow it into town, turn it into tiny tippets, turn it into hash browns. So a Toyota, tow it into town, turn it into tiny tippets, turn it into hash browns. So a Toyota, tow it into town, turn it into tiny tippets, turn it into hash browns. So a Toyota, tow it into town, turn it into tiny tippets, turn it into hash browns. Yeah! Drink to the wheels, drink to the clutch, drink to the bumper and steering wheel touch. Drink to the suspension, which was long gone. Wrote this little tow truck song. To a Toyota, tow it into town, turn it into tiny tippets, turn it into hash browns. Toyota, tow it into town, turn it into tiny tippets, turn it into yeah. Crochet Valmy, go pony pomoyam, crochet Vinny me is peckers mission medium, crochet bars, go pony pomoyam, crochet Vinny me is peckers mission medium, crochet Vinny me, crochet Vinny me, crochet Vinny me is peckers mission medium, crochet Vinny me, crochet Vinny me, crochet I just tagged a Gaelic song in the end, which I've never done before. It was like, I could play the tune now, but it's a little fast.
See what I mean about skilled? Ending her song with a Gaelic traditional song on the fly as her closing song? Find her at marybethcarty.com. Well, let's keep it maritimey and hop right into the amazing Cameron Chisholm, the Cape Breton legend, playing with Jason Roach on piano. Cam schools me on his influences and then plays us a round of tunes.
I guess I was wondering who your influences were at the time, like even outside of family.
Well,
obviously, it's Scotty
outside,
Fitzgerald.
outside the family, anyone was an influence. The influence didn't have to be someone older. The influence could very well be someone younger.
Oh.
You know, in learning a tune, hearing someone play a tune, certain tune you like and all that. And I had named them in a way they were influences of mine. When I was growing up and I started out young, as I said earlier, playing dances and all, John Campbell, Donald Angus Beaton, God bless them, and all of them, and Buddy McMaster.
Oh, wow.
I'd have to say, to grab tunes fast by ear and learn them correctly and all that, hear them played so correct by the named fiddlers, they were terrific influences of mine. Give them a hand. Yeah. So
Will you play me?
I could name so many more. My family, my uncles, and all that. Yeah.
Will you play me a song that you consider close to like your family, like a song that you would have played with all of your family members when you got together? Like, what's a song that you and Maybelle played for a long time?
Oh well, we played for years together.
What's-
You know, when she was playing with me. She was accompanying me.
Yes. Yeah. So what's one of the earliest songs you remember playing?
Well, this is the first I learned.
Ooh, please.
That was, what was the first one I played? I played some jigs there, and one was the Judic jig. That was composed by my uncle Angus Chisholm.
Nice.
And the last one, that was the one my grandmother taught me. I wrote to Linton. And you can imagine back in those days. But anyway, and the rest of them will ask me and I might remember.
Yeah, are you going to have any strings left on that bow by the end of the night?
No, it might be.
I feel like you're just warming up, too.
Well, that's as warm as I get, I'll tell you.
He truly did rip it that night. I've never seen anything like it. You gotta find Cam in Marguerite, Cape Breton. That's the only way. There's an incredible music scene happening there, friends, so go. Here's the one and only Aquakultre, being his incredibly dynamic, silly, deep self, and making things a little sexy on the Friendly Heckler before we did our on-air hot sauce tasting for your listening pleasure. This is Aquakultre with Closure.
Let me get comfortable because it's, it's one of those ones.
That's really comfortable.
Yeah. Oh, reverb? Ooh, yeah. Closure. Every time we get a little closer, I can taste your body, smell your odor. But don't worry, darling, it's clean. Oh, yes, it is. Shawty, let me break you down. The game we playing, it get kind of physical. Let me take my time to get the rhythm now. Got me sweating something like a fiend. Oh, yes, it did. Oh, yes, it did. I said, baby. Lately I've been getting kind of crazy. The way you're looking at me, I know you're the gateway. I'll be your protection, fuck a safe way. Baby, fuck a safe way. Sober. She let me put my kids up on a sofa. The way that body shape it is a roller coaster. Got me falling right out my seat. Oh, yes, it did. Darling, I ain't never seen that's on a woman that can remedy me. Oh, I said there's something about a sex appeal. Oh, make me wanna cook her something to eat. Oh, yes it did. Oh, yes it did. I said, baby. And I know I've been getting kinda crazy. The way you're looking at me, I know you're the gateway. a safe way. Baby, fuck a safe way. God damn, God damn, God damn. I'll be your protection, fuck a safe way.
I'm trying to get it. As you can see, I'm trying to really splash it. You guys got me on 10 IPAs up here, so I'll get it on the next try. That one's called Closure. It's kind of sexy. It's
Kind of.
It's like serious baby making music.
I'd say a lot of your music is baby making music.
Yeah,
man.
it's like it's no condom music.
Oh, whoa, whoa.
That's what I like to call it.
But it encourages safe sex regardless.
If that's what you're into.
Yeah, yep. See, I'm into the like I'd love to make babies, but without the actual babies part. So, do you have an album for me?
Yeah, it's called Don't Trip.
Yeah, the same album. No, it's such a good album, man. I'm gonna jump in.
Okay.
I'm ready. We're gonna do a hot sauce tasting now. You guys ready for that? Does anyone have hot sauce they want to try with us? If you're listening at home, go to your fridge, grab the oldest bottle of hot sauce you have, and pour it out on your plate.
How do we
find
know
whatever bread you have?
How do we know which one is which?
So the one closest to you should be kind of orangey.
Yeah.
Yep. So that is Ripple Rock from Nurple. So
All
that's
right.
the first
Shout out to
one
Nerp.
I'm
Shout out to
gonna
Nerp.
try.
Shout out to Nerp.
Nerp.
The purple Nurple.
That was the idea behind the name. They wanted it to be like, we're so spicy that we twist your nipples.
I met him too.
Yeah?
It was that like oh, that's kind of spicy.
That's really good. It's like, you think is that too spicy for you?
No, fuck no.
It's really easy going. Like
It's got some spice to it.
These are good wings, Union Street.
Shout out to Union Street Wangs.
Wow. I might come here just for the wings.
My Lord Savior.
Wow.
I'm just
That's
chewing
really good.
I'm chewing right into the microphone, dude.
That's good. I think there's a lot of freaks out there who want this content.
So like, it's like it does have a little kick to it.
It just got spicier, friends. The conversation and the sauces. You can find Aquakultre doing all sorts of amazing things at aquakulre.info. Let's keep it spicy. Here's Terra Spencer, the absolute gem of the Maritimes, with her song Hungry. I'm going to heckle you for another song.
Oh, right, okay.
Oh, yeah, we have a guitar here. Oh, my God, that's awesome.
Sure. Yeah.
We're having a really good time. I'm having too much fun up here already. I've wanted to do this for a long time. So I'm definitely going to bother you to play all the songs that I think you haven't really recorded.
I noticed, I had a feeling that might come up.
I want all the cheeky songs.
Sure.
Every
Okay.
time I've seen you play live, I love your sets, and I'm always like, I want all the devious songs. So I'm going to ask her a really cheeky song right now. Is that okay?
That is okay. Yeah, I think, depending on which one.
Will you please play Hungry?
Oh,
I almost said Hangry because I wrote a song called Hangry.
Yeah,
but one day we talked about putting out an
brother.
A-side, B-side of Hangry and Hungry.
It still could happen.
Still could-
Yeah, okay. Do I need to say anything, or can I just launch into this song and get it over with?
Get it over with. Did I really request? Really? You don't have to play it if it's like going to ruin your reputation
I think
or something.
you were friendly about your heckling, so
I said please.
This song. Oh, anyway, yeah. It is what it is.
This is
Sorry,
the ultimate
Zach's request.
ultimate metaphors.
The all that you can eat buffet was our first dinner date. My belly rumbled as I watched you clean your plate. We settled down and filled the freezer to the max. And late at night you would wake me up for another bedtime snack. I cook up steak and stew and you don't seem to care. Seems a decent piece of meat is medium to rare. Honey, you can break my heart with sugar, fat, and starch. We've traded in our golden rings for grease and golden arches. And you ain't hungry like you used to be. You let a good thing go to waste just because you changed your taste. And every Tuesday night I try to whet your appetite, but you ain't hungry like you used to be. Yeah. Rolling round the garden with your hands around a hoe. You've been planting carrots in another farmer's row. You're picking berries in our next door neighbor's patch. The juices are running down your chin and you can't hide the scratches. And you ain't hungry like you used to be. You go to work and I have a hunch that you ain't packed a lunch. And every Sunday night I try to whet your appetite, but you ain't hungry like you used to be. A little snack is what you call it, with a ketchup pack inside your wallet. You try to hide your drive-through treat, but I found the wrappers in your backseat. I stay home to cook and clean while you're blowing kisses at the Dairy Queen. Sticky fingers and lion eyes, you can sleep outside with your side of fries. Yeah, you ain't hungry like you used to be. And in my heart, there ain't no doubt that you've been eating out. Go get some groceries and bring that big old sack on home to me. We'll get hungry like you used to be. No more wasting time watching our waistlines, 'cause it's taste test time. Yeah, we'll get hungry like we used to be. Yeah, we'll get hungry like we used to be. Wow. Some terrific canned laughter going on there.
Thank you so much. Oh, God.
Okay.
I love the live aspect of the show. Makes it so much more fascinating. It's like just as much of an experiment for us as it is them.
Yeah.
That was fantastic, Tara. That was fantastic.
Thank you.
That's
yeah,
the best.
very proud of that song. Thank you very much.
It just keeps going. Like the the false ending moments of like, oh no, there's another section coming up full of raw metaphors. Thank you. I love that song, and I was really tickled by how much Tara actually teased me through that episode. It's always great when the friendly heckler gets friendly heckled, am I right? It's humbling, actually. Find Tara at terraspencer.ca. She still has a handwritten note from that night's real-life friendly heckler, too. Fancy Nancy. Next up, Rebecca Fairless is like a time traveler to me, and our chat bounced through eras and places I've never been. So here's us talking about finding her voice in the music scene and her work with the Dusty Halos before using that very voice to sing this beautiful song. This is Rebecca Fairless with Fall.
I like performing, but I don't like performing classical or performing in a way where, I can't make mistakes. Like I make mistakes all the time as a folk musician, but that's fine. That's kind of part of the folk music tradition.
My favorite part of those folky recordings are all the mistakes. Absolutely. Yeah, because your writing, again, like in your playing, gets into this old-timey bluegrass sound where I can hear I guess I can hear the church influence, but it just sounds timeless to me. What do you call the Dusty Halos? What genre would you say that is?
I mean, I describe us as a folk duo.
You ever heard the term ghost folk?
Ghost folk?
Yeah.
No, is that?
I've heard it thrown around before, and it's
Really?
apparently a thing. So.
Okay, that's great. I'm gonna start using it.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, and like folk's an interesting thing too, because there's people who play very traditional folk, and that's not really what we do. There's elements of it, but we also write our own songs. We don't, we don't always follow like the style, the traditional styles.
Yeah.
So, I know people who play very traditional, and like, I really admire what they do, and I always feel like they don't necessarily respect what we do. It's a different, it's its own thing. So.
I hear you. So from being a kid, jumping into ABBA and jumping around your house alone to ABBA, to now playing like songwriter circles and feeling like, I'm the weird one here. Have you always felt like the weirdo?
Oh yeah.
Nice. Nice. Are you proud of it now, though?
I don't know that I'm proud of it, but
you have a
it's who
tattoo of
I
a
am.
12th century nun on your arm.
I do.
That's
I don't
some
know.
pride.
When I moved out here and went to music school, I started meeting more people that got me. And I started feeling like I started feeling like I made a bit more sense to more people more often, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Other people who are, weird in a similar way.
Do you want to play me another song?
Yeah.
Play it out?
Let's play it out. I'm going to play a song called Fall.
Oh, nice choice. Again, off the Dusty Halos record. Everybody, let's give a round of applause to Rebecca for coming all the way up here, playing these beautiful songs. Thank you, Rebecca.
I saw the demolition, I watched it all come down, the dynamite implosion, your body drifting down. I listened for the beating of your concrete heart, I thought I heard it breaking as they tore it apart. No certain destination, just another place to go. The pavement passes under, the miles melt like snow. Buy another ticket, trying to get free, but memory's a hunter and it's coming after me. I know I'm gonna fall. Here comes that wrecking ball. I know I'm gonna fall. Here comes that wrecking ball. In the glowing of the street light,
in the blinking of an eye. The ground spun out beneath me, my vision shattered wide. I thought that you would catch me as I went to ground. Your streets rise up to meet me as my body drifted down. The white lights looming over, their cold electric gleam. Then nothing else felt real, and life is but a dream. I know I'm gonna fall. Here comes a wrecking ball. I know I'm gonna Here it comes, 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 here it comes.
What a voice. Check out more from Rebecca, but also the Dusty Halos at rebeccafairless.com. Okay, so this next clip is from my episode with the great writer Chris Robison. I told him a story about a goat-sheep murder love triangle, and this is what he made of it. This is Chris Robison with Got My Goat.
I just realized that this story officially brings this podcast into the murder mystery podcast world, which is extremely popular. So look out, my favorite murder, because we've got a goat murder on our hands.
But it's not a mystery, though.
Well-
Well, we know everything that happened.
Right, but people are just, oh, right. This is for crime junkies then. Crime junkie podcasts.
Yeah, just murder junkies.
Yeah. Who want to
They
hear
just
about...
want to hear the details about murders.
Yeah.
They don't want to figure anything out. They just want to hear about murder.
For those of you who are creepy like that, the police report said that the female sheep, the ewe, was gored by a horn from a goat. Which goat was it? All evidence pointed to Belle. And then we passed this story on to the great Chris Robison, and he compiled the police report into this song.
Sorry, did Belle have blood on her?
I didn't notice that evidence in the police report.
I don't even know if this story is true.
It is true. The police report aspect is definitely not true, but yes, it is true.
But
Our friends Glynis and Fraser of the great Aldergrove Farm, for those of you listening, check out Aldergrove Farm. It was their farm, and they owned Belle. And Zeus was actually a neighbor's goat. He was sort of studding it up, but he kept escaping to hang out with the sheep.
And sheep got murdered for it.
And Got My Goat was born. So please, share the world. Share it with the world.
Yeah, you got my goat, so I'm gonna get you. Gonna end it on a sour note. Gonna run you through my dam. Old Billy's living on the lam. I can't stand it. Jealousy, jealousy. And that Brudo snickered at me. They ought to ban that awful buck. Ruminate, ruminate. And that lamb's tail sure can shake. And I'm chewing on the cud. Yeah, you got my goat. So I'm gonna get you. Gonna end it on a sour note. Gonna run you through my dam. Old Billy's living on the lam. I can't stand it. Oh, Berdizo, easy peasy, lemon squeeze. Oh, Jacob's organ's out of tune. Heed the call, heed the call. I'm gonna creep right into your stall. I'm gonna bring the slaughter to you. Yeah, you got my goat. So I'm gonna get you. Gonna end it on a sour note. Gonna run you through my dam. Oh, Billy's living on the lam. I can't stand it. Thank you. I should have said what a Berdizo was.
Yeah, what is it?
It's a little clip you clip on the testicles and stops the blood flowing into them, and then they shrivel up and fall off.
It's that, or
It's a good way to castrate, I guess. Any animal with testicles, I guess.
it's better than the elastic band option, where they just put the elastic band on and leave it on until the balls end up shriveling and falling off.
That's mentioned in the song too.
Yeah,
They ought to band
band
that awful buck.
That's what you're saying. I thought it was ban that awful buck.
I know. I can't say words properly. Yeah.
The references in that song, like what's Jacob's organ?
What is that? It's like an organ where like some kind of hormone that has to do with sex drive
Within the animal.
within the male goat. That's my understanding.
Did you like hang out on a Wikipedia page for a week kind of thing and just like everything goat centric, write down the keywords for
for
yourself?
a week? No, for like 10 minutes though.
That's it?
Imagine I spent a whole week doing that.
That would have taken me a week of research to do that.
I think I looked up a glossary of goat terms.
That's where? Goatpedia?
It's out there. Everything's out there. You just got to reach out and grab it.
Yeah, thank you, universe, for all the goat terms. The goat glossary.
Yeah, it's all there. And it's like, I'm going to write a song that no one will understand. But
Yeah, there's a million farmers out there who are like, nobody understands me like that Chris Robison does.
right, but they haven't heard that song, so.
Well, maybe now they will. All the goat farmers in the Dominican Republic.
Yeah, that's right.
They're going to love
France.
this. France, all those French goat farmers out there. Shout out to you, goat farmers of France. Bonjour.
Bonjour, salut. That's what you're supposed to say.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, thank God you're here, Chris.
You're welcome. Do you want me to come every week?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Will you be the second friendly heckler?
Yeah, but I'll be the unfriendly.
Oh, I love that. The Ed McMahon, who's actually really mean on the couch beside me.
Yeah.
I hated that song. That song was shit.
Yeah, if you ever need me to come bail out your podcast, I'll do it.
That's amazing.
I genuinely want to play in an episode where Chris will be the unfriendly heckler. I think he's hilarious, and his songs are out of control, well-written beauties. So find them over on his Bandcamp, chrisrobison1.bandcamp.com. Speaking of brilliant, Corey Isenor has a wild brain, so when he came on this show, we talked about so many of his skills, but his knowledge of The Simpsons is easily his most prized skill in my eyes. So here's some Simpsons trivia before Corey plays his song, Bandage on a Broken Dream.
Question 4. What is Homer's high school yearbook quote?
Oh, wow. Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
That's hilarious.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Tender.
I can't believe I ate the whole thing.
Nice. And bonus questions.
And his face is just disheveled.
What's listed under activities?
Oh. That's actually a good one, because I thought it was all none. Like, it's like something none, activities none. Is that what it is? They're all three of them are none? Yeah.
Nailed it,
yeah.
but okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Question, I think we're on 5. Question 5. Who voiced Homer's brother?
Oh, nice. Yeah, great one. Also really good. Oh, now you're waiting for me to do it. Danny DeVito.
Nice. I love that you have to do the riff.
He's in 2 episodes, but many people have
Herb,
suggested that he should come back as like Herb. Like Herb should make a return to the.
Yeah.
In a way, like if the Simpsons were going to make good episodes and then wanted to reintroduce old characters, it's like should bring back Herb for an episode.
Start the whole show over again with Herb's family.
Exactly. Yeah.
Bonus question: do you know the name of that episode?
Oh, the first one?
Yeah, that Herb first shows up in.
Because I think it's Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Damn,
yeah.
Corey.
But then the second one is no, that's a different one. You get confused. Occasionally, there's one episode called Brother from the Same Planet, but that's Sideshow Bob and his brother.
Whoa.
But
well, hold on. We'll get there.
Which they use
I had to best you a tiny bit. But here's a good final question. Number 8. How many of Bart's prank call aliases can you name?
Oh, wow. Number 8?
Number 8.
So, like, in terms of how Mo, like, answers the phone.
Yeah, what are some of the names
Nice.
that Mo ends up using?
Nice.
How many of those can you name?
IP Freely.
Nice.
Maya Buttreeks. Homersexual. I'm a big moron and my butt stinks and I like to kiss my own butt.
I can't believe you got that one.
Huge ass. Which is like what she gets for it because he actually answers the phone. And beyond that, what are some other ones?
Yes, this is huge ass.
Yeah. There's one that he calls with when Laura, his girlfriend's over. I can't remember what he asks then, but he has another good one then. Because it's like Jimbo Jones or something.
Oh, yeah. Well,
you know?
Right. He does use Jimbo Jones.
But that's not it. Those are, I think, those off the top. I think that's.
That was good. That was like 7.
There's another couple. There's a couple of, but I can't.
I also
think of
would
them.
have accepted Jock Strap.
Nice.
Amanda Hug and Kiss.
Yeah, Amanda Hug and Kiss.
Ivana Tinkle.
Ivana Tinkle. Totally.
Alcoholic.
Everybody put their drinks down. I want to Ivana Tinkle. I can think of the
and
setups.
Mike Crotch.
Alcoholic. Yeah, Mike Crotch.
I can't believe you got I'm a stupid moron with an ugly face and a big butt. My butt smells and I like to kiss my own butt.
Yeah.
That was amazing, Corey. Have a hand for Corey. That was unbelievable.
I know too much about The Simpsons.
That was crazy, man. All right, please play me another song. This one's your choice.
Because oh really? Okay, because I haven't played all your requests.
I must tell you that you did just win this pint of blueberries.
That's why that's been there the whole time.
Yeah, after your pride.
I was wondering about it.
I'm so sorry.
Didn't understand it.
What are you going to play for me?
What am I going to play for you?
Ooh.
I don't know.
That's pretty.
I don't know. Oh, I know what I'll play. It's a song called Bandage on a Broken Dream. And it was like the first song in the next grouping of songs that I wrote for like this album, where basically it was like the song that like set me off. Because usually it takes like a period of time for me to write songs or lyrics to music. Usually I write the music first and then the lyrics come after most of the time, but it also doesn't happen consistently all the time. It's like I take long breaks and then only when I'm ready and sit and like convince myself to do it or get over the hump or like sit down and like just make an effort. So I was like watching a lot of the I guess it was the primaries in the 2020 election.
Okay.
And I was like, it was just like stuff was coming up on screen, and I was like, maybe I could use this for a song, and ended up like writing this song called "Bandage on a Broken Dream," which is basically about the American political system.
Nice.
So it's like, yeah, I was like, yeah, I can play with that.
Hit
It
it.
was in her face, so that's what this song is. Yeah, that's what it's called. Michigan on the TV, saw an ad for Applebee's with 25% reporting this could last until the morning. Every week another winner. Mississippi will deliver graying hair with a silver spoon. Projected another state of ruin. Tonight's key race is barely over. Look who's entering the ring. Exit polls from union voters. Keep the power with the king. Pink waves crashing on blue shoulders. Rising tides from sea to sea. Correspondents growing older in the light as they fight behind the scenes of a bandage on a broken dream. Total turnout all-time high in a town historically dry. Sober tones, wasted defeat. New blood flows beyond my reach. Cancelled rallies for the crowds. Only jokes and press allowed. Predictions rise and numbers fall. The tortoise tore through Arkansas. Tonight's key race is barely over. Look who's entering the ring. Exit polls from union voters. Keep the power with the king. Pink waves crashing on blue shoulders. Rising tides from sea to sea. Correspondents growing older in the light as they fight behind the scenes of a bandage on a broken dream. Hello, hello. Thank you.
Easily the prettiest song I've ever heard about election night.
I mean, that was what I was hoping. I was like, I almost don't want to introduce the song sometimes because people are like, oh, great, here we go. An American political song. He's going to have so much to say.
Did he just say the word tortoise in a song?
Yeah, I did.
Nice.
Tortoise in the hair. Like tortoise tore through Arkansas.
Tore through Arkansas. I really like
It's
that
like, how
line,
could I
dude.
not? Yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful, dude. Corey can take an ugly thing like politics and make it all pretty and stuff. I love that about him. See what he's up to at CoreyJEisner.com and hear him over at Bandcamp at CoreyEisner.bandcamp.com. Now, let's dig into a realm that I love. Sound exploration, sonic experimentation. I love to get weird, friends. So when I invited the incredible jazz guitarist Sam Wilson onto the podcast, I knew I could just throw words at her and she could compose a piece on the spot. Here's us joking around about guitar influences and then creating a piece together called Bottom of the Sea.
As long as you don't hate David Gilmour,
No.
we can still be friends.
No, you do have a big Pink Floyd spot in your heart, eh?
Yeah, my first year guitar teacher ripped on David Gilmour, and I was wearing the Dark Side of the Moon t-shirt. I was like, okay, this is going in the closet until I graduate.
No, really? So you never...
No, I'm just joking, but I love David Gilmour. That's why I started playing guitar.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen them live?
Nope.
Wow. Oh, there's
Have
the
you?
bucket list. No, I don't go to big shows like that generally.
Yeah.
But wow. Do you keep any Pink Floyd in your repertoire as like a just in case I could?
No, I haven't listened to them since high school.
Oh, that teacher scarred you that bad? You said that
No,
was
there's
first
just
year?
so much other music to listen to that I listened to that like The Wall probably like 5,000 times in high school.
You done.
So I can sing every note. I don't need to listen to it anymore.
Right, until you hit like 54 and you're like,
Have
I just
nostalgia.
want to relive my
Yeah.
youth. Yeah, sweet. Do you want to play me another song? Can I throw you another mood?
Yep.
Another tune? Graham's giggle makes me giggle every time. How about this mood? I've thrown you some light stuff.
Oh.
So now I'm going to throw you something dark.
Okay.
This mood is Bottom of the Sea.
Okay. I wish I had a loop pedal, because then I could make some whale sounds.
I'll do them.
Okay.
Just kidding, I won't do that the whole time.
You gotta go lower.
Sorry.
No, it's great. Keep going. This slide doesn't work very well on flat wounds.
really did feel like the bottom of the ocean.
Sweet.
That was perfect.
Yeah, I like little hermit crabs and then darkness. And
And the roundness and like this like bubbly. Like,
yeah. Some sand when the crabs like walk through and it like becomes a cloud.
Nice. Wow, you really do visualize a lot when you're playing, eh? That was awesome. Thank you, Sam, so much for indulging my antics and letting me make whale noises on stage with you. Sam Wilson has so many shows and so much music over at samwilsonmusic.com. That's with a Q on the end instead of a C. Music.com. Let's keep this vibe train rolling and jump right into my wonderful evening with Gina Burgess with her song Anuri. Holy shit. Are you literally calling out time signatures?
So it's not it's not a signature, it's a grouping of notes.
Is this like... what? Oh, I have so many questions.
I know this one's a little bit of a mind
melt. What background looks at music like that? Like
me?
You do? You look at it as groupings. Very
Yeah.
interesting. That's kind of like Indian music, and ragas are sort of like
totally.
that. Oh, whoa. That was awesome, Gina. It's
So
cool you're
again,
doing
that's that when I play it with my band, and we haven't been able to actually play the game yet, but that's a game. So when you hear this. That is like somebody shuffling cards. They shuffle cards. And then, they pull it an 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, we do that for a little bit, and then we go back and we shuffle again, and then they pull a 2.
Cool.
But because that is extremely difficult, right now we're just working on counting down. So it's
so
like,
you call...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so we count down 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, and then when I play with my band, we actually don't go down to 1 or none, like I just did right now. That's just what I do, like a solo.
It's beautiful to leave that space solo.
Yeah,
Nice
a
job.
lot of space on this album.
Mm-hmm.
And when I play music off of this, in particular, I leave us a lot of space because I value what's happening in the room, in the moment. So somebody drops something over there, and that's part of it.
Yeah.
You know, that's exactly presence, and it's so important. So I think so much of our, at least I can speak for myself, day is just filled with nonstop chatter, TV, radio, blah, 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 Instagram, it's nonstop. And so this is an opportunity to just like be still.
The clock. I wondered if you picked up on that.
God,
yeah?
yes, of course. Yeah.
Right away.
I actually love it.
It seemed like you were leaving space a couple tunes ago for that.
Yes, I was. See, you picked up on it.
How many clicks?
Oh, I didn't count.
You don't count the ticks in between.
No.
Okay. But you leave the space to appreciate the noise.
Yes, whatever's happening. Like I've played these pieces in many, many different spaces. Some of them are really loud with a lot of chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are super quiet, like tonight with the ticking of the clock. Sometimes it's outside. You get the birds and all different things. So
Gina is truly amazing to watch, let alone listen to. So check her out at ginaburgessmusic.com. I said it in our episode together, but I really do think Gina's music is going to change this country and reshape our cultural landscapes and our perceptions of music altogether. And speaking of groundbreaking, I want to share with you the light in the world that is Sarah McInnis. Here's a clip of her talking about being a music therapist, but also just an open spirit in the world, before playing a song that kind of acts as music therapy for her in a way. Sarah McInnis and Worry.
So yeah, I've always been like, I've had a deep sense of spirituality from a really young age, but I think now I'm just getting more comfortable talking about it because I think people want to talk about it. Which is also why I love doing the work that I'm doing now. And if you're not into it, it's not your cup of tea, that's okay. But there's lots of people, I feel like there's lots of people thinking the same things. Yeah. But it's like we're all too scared to find each other because we don't want to be weird.
Yes, and I think there's a lot of translation because some of us use different language for the same feeling.
Yes, yeah, exactly, yeah.
Have you gotten better at that translation, you think, since music therapy came into your life?
About translating like different ways of talking about the same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm more like open and understanding about it now. Like I grew up Catholic, so like that was deeply ingrained, like that sort of rhetoric or like
so you
the
feel
words.
guilty for everything all the time?
I feel guilty. Actually, though, honestly, it's a thing. Yeah, so there's lots of times I'll be talking to someone and they might call God something else or the creator or energy, spirit, source, whatever, and we're all just talking about the same thing, just in different words, yeah.
Do you feel like music therapy did a good job of working within that realm of translating and spirituality, or do you feel like you've learned a lot of that through experience of working with people and getting to know people in your community?
Yeah, I would say, like, in terms of the program I took, probably not. Like, there wasn't really a lot about spirituality or the energetic side of things.
Right.
I've done a lot of that, like, research and learning by myself or with other people. Like, if I have questions and I have, like, you know, friends and mentors that I can go ask big questions to, and now if people have questions that I can answer, I'm happy to do it and stuff like that. But I've had a lot of, you know, unique experiences. I think actually, like, we are all innately intuitive people, and the world needs us to be our most sensitive selves at this time, I think is what I think we need that most.
Oh, that is a quote. Thank you for saying that.
Yeah, just being aware that there's so much more that exists than just our physical selves. There's so much more.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just have to shut up and listen.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Are you a worrier?
I worry. Oh yeah.
Is that why you wrote "Worry," which is this next song I'm going to heckle you to play?
Yeah, I
Because I thought when I first listened to this song, I really thought it was you telling somebody else.
Oh
chill
no,
out.
I would definitely say anxiety is a thing that I deal with.
So this song is therapy for you then?
Yeah.
Wow.
But I also feel like it applies to lots of different types of people probably in this room. I always ask people before I play the song, like, who worries? Please raise your hand. Don't make me feel alone.
That's the entire
Thank
room.
you.
3 of you are lying, though. I know 3 of you are lying. Unless you're just absolutely shit-faced right now. You're definitely lying. It's amazing that you wrote it as therapy to yourself, because I feel like not a lot of your songs, now that I think about it, they're not really inward songs. So I feel like you don't often tell all of my songs are like, me, which your songs are very relatable, because I always feel like you're explaining a world problem.
Right,
or like
yeah.
a societal issue that we all deal with.
Yeah, but they do come from a place of, like, my personal experience that I feel like other people can get something from this too.
Damn, you're a good translator, man.
Thank you.
Please, will you play "Worry" for everybody? That's the friendliest heckle I've ever done. Please.
Please. So I did personify worry, and he took the shape of a man. So take that with what you will. Worry, you're someone that I never liked. He comes around often, and I let him in spite of myself. I gave him an open invite to walk in and walk out and mess around in my life. Not one for romancing, he's a real cheap date. He'll show up in sweatpants when he picks you up late, gives you thorns with no roses, makes you pay for your plate. Yet he'll stay on your mind in a cruel twist of fate. Oh, worry, why you dragging me down? I told you not to come around, and here you are for another round. He climbs into my bed. He's the worst kind of lover. He gets into my head, steals all my covers, keeps me up late night talking, a fight I lose every time, leaves me sleepless, reliving the same storyline. Oh, worry, dragging me down. I told you not to come around. And here you are for another round. And I know that you know him too. How is worried? How's he getting to you? Worry you're someone that I never liked. So won't you pack up your bags and get out of my sight?
Sarah's healing the world with her Legacy Song Project, and you should find out everything she's doing at sarahmckinnis.com. Now, I like to get really comfortable on stage, and this isn't going to become the Eating on Stage podcast, but my apple tasting with Ryan Stanley was a lot of fun, so I had to include this tasty clip. Here's Ryan playing his song Walter John before we get all crunchy together.
All right, I'm just going to go with it. Born to the name Walter John, with a diamond smile that could break the dawn. The simple tasks he will perform, like stack the wood that keeps you warm, with no complaints for a drop of drink. Now his son does set with companionship. Walter had a hardcore youth, no kinship, love, or encouragement, not shown the ropes or given a chance. Born into a hardship circumstance, a helping hand, now he's seen. Walter John now can redeem. One of a kind, part of the crew. Hard work he'll do what's asked of him, where other men would piss and moan. From Walter John, just a nod and a grin. It's all said with a nod and a grin. From Walter John, just a nod and a grin. It's all said with a nod and a grin. From Walter John, just a nod and a grin. Mr. Dino to take him in, raised him up beneath the wind. On Walter's past he bears no onus, no selfless gesture goes unnoticed. Walter will, you sweep Joe's mill, dig the holes there's earth to till. Rain or fog, it don't slow Wally. He's all for all and a hug from Holly. One of a kind, part of the crew. Hard work he'll do what's asked of him, where other men would piss and moan. From Walter John, just a nod and a grin. It's all said with a nod and a grin. From Walter John, just a nod and a grin. It's all said with a nod and a grin. From Walter John, just a nod and a grin. It's all said with a nod and a grin. From Walter John, just a nod and a grin. It's all said with a nod and a grin. From Walter John, just a nod and a grin. Just a nod and a grin. of a kind, part of the crew. A helping hand, now he's seen. Walter John now can redeem.
I'm reaching over right now into a box that I brought.
Oh yeah, we mentioned apples. Yeah,
we said we're going to do a live apple tasting. And I went to a local farm. They're called Isis Farms. E-I-S-S-E-S.
Looks like a perfect apple.
These, the first one we're going to taste. You know what? I was going to slice them, but I think we should just take bites.
That's the sound effect.
Yeah. And you lovely audience members for coming out tonight are going to take home some apples. That's right, friends.
Look under your seats.
Wouldn't be the Annapolis Valley.
You should have put. You should have.
You get an apple. You get an apple. You get an apple.
You should have put them under the seats.
That would have been disgusting.
Yeah, I've seen the. Yeah, anyway.
People would be like, "Is that gum or is that an apple?" Oh my God, it's an apple.
This is a very clean establishment, Zach.
So the first one we're gonna taste. This is called the Sweet Tango apple. This is a delicious little red.
Okay.
The wonderful friends at Isis Farms were kind enough.
Same time?
Oh yeah, 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
First impression?
Sort of like a Honeycrisp.
Which you said you were a huge fan of, right?
Yeah, but I've only really had the huge ones.
Yeah.
But I hear they're better when they're smaller.
I feel like smaller apples just are better because the sweetness has to be packed into this tiny little. This is really good.
This is like perfectly ripe.
And Sweet Tangos are perfectly in season right now.
It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah,
thank you.
I needed a second bite of that one. Okay. And guess what, friendly audience members? You get to take home some Sweet Tango apples. We're going to jump up a little bit. These are called Ginger Golds. This is a much bigger apple. Ryan's got such a mouthful of apple, he can barely.
So these are... I eat like a hamster, too. I like stuff my cheeks.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. Something I always did since I was a kid.
Just because... Wait, so don't keep too much for later. Do you want a cleansing bowl or something?
No,
Do you want like a...
I got water.
This is like a wine tasting where we spit pieces of apple into a big spittoon?
No, I'm good.
Okay, I'm going to take my bite of Ginger Gold.
Okay, me too.
1, 2, 3. Oh,
So that's totally different.
A bit more of like a baking apple.
No, there's not a lot of tartness.
It's so easygoing. It's almost like it doesn't exist.
Pretty even keel, yeah.
Did you say even keeler? Was that a Greg Keeler reference?
I don't know.
Greg Keeler is the Ginger Gold of musicians, I would say.
I'm going to think about that one.
Ryan is sweeter than any apple, so you should find him playing in a town near you. And just check him out in general at rcstanleymusic.com. This next clip is from my episode with the kindest genius I know, Graham Nicholas, where he plays one of my favorite songs of his before delving into his love for the underdogs, and we both bear it all to the audience. So here's Graham Nicholas with I Don't Have a Drinking Problem, Just a Problem with the Bill.
I drink to the good times and I drink to the bad. Well, I've raised a glass to every single time that I ever had. They say you can't find happiness at the bottom of your glass. So I fill mine right up to the top just to make those good times last. Now say about me what you will, 'cause I've been drinking, I'm drinking still. I don't have a drinking problem, just a problem with the bill. Well, the day after the night before, oh well, it always burns too bright. Oh, and all those things left in the dark have been pulled into the light. And I lie alone, awake in bed, and I try hard not to think of how the daylight, it won't burn so bright when I pass right out from drink. Now see about me what you will, 'cause I've been drinking, I'm drinking still. I don't have a drinking problem, just a problem with the bill. It's cute. Get in, get out. It's pretty
Yeah. Yeah. That's like tasty old time country kind of thing, you know?
I'm just like obsessed with these, like, just this like very understated class of these like Canadian songwriters that just wrote killers. They just killed it in obscurity, you know?
Yeah.
I love those.
You're
things.
a student of the underdog in a way.
I guess, yeah.
I think you will make it though because
No, I'm
you
not.
got the heart too. I think. Well, your idea of making
I
it.
think wherever I
of,
am
like,
now is where I'm gonna get.
Well, those. No, that's not how it works. I'm sorry. You don't just plateau for the rest of your life, dude. No, if you want those two kids to find your record and be like, we should start a cover band, a Graham Nicholas cover band, then do a cover album, then you're gonna make it. That's all you're asking.
Yeah, but then
for.
the other one has to go. Yeah, but no one will get it.
Perfect. Then you're still making it.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you just have to change. That's part of the secret of success. If you have to keep redefining your idea of success, and that's not a joke.
No,
I think that's true.
I think that's beautiful. I think that's evolution. I think
Yeah, and you just have to not quit. That's the other secret.
You don't quit.
And that's also not a joke, because you want to quit all the time. I do. I want to quit all the time.
Do you want to quit right now?
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
Maybe 5 minutes ago.
When you started talking last time, yeah.
I was talking. I guess I was talking to Ryan about this after his episode, and we were like, you know, sometimes people say, "What's the secret to longevity?" And he was like, "Well, longevity is the secret. You just have to keep doing it, and then you won't stop doing it."
Again,
it was very
I'm
zen.
bad at math, but I don't think any of that makes sense.
I think it's true.
I think the secret to longevity is changing how you define time.
Okay, well, that didn't make sense.
Well, I just read this like, oh, this hell planet that exists really close to a sun in another universe, and a year only lasts 17 hours on this
Dylan
planet.
does fire you up.
Dylan, don't get me
This is
started
all
on Dylan right now.
Dylan's.
But 17 hours is a year on this planet. That doesn't make any sense, because what's a year to them? There's nobody on that planet.
His shirt's off. All bets are off.
construct.
Should I play a song, Zach?
I will pull up my belly. Look at my belly hair. I will show you all.
Should I play a song?
Please. Actually, yeah. Do you want to? Should we just end the episode?
I guess so.
We should call this an evening. Now that I've showed you all my belly hair,
Yeah, he's
and,
really
and bared my soul.
He's
to
the
you.
one who's really bared his soul. I've
Okay.
just been sitting here, get a front row seat.
I showed you my bare soul. That's for sure.
Well, I mean, if everybody wants to see it, I guess.
Yeah, oh, that's a first. That's a friendly Heckler first. I should start wearing crop tops to these live tapings. Make this podcast all about my belly. What do you think? Honorable mention to Graham Nicholas, actually, for being an audience member at about 92% of these recordings, really. What a music lover he is, which explains why he writes such great songs. Find him at grahamnicholas.ca. Let's cut into the episode I got to record at the Deep Roots Festival with the Factory Girls. Steph Benek and Laura Merriman are such badasses. We had many giggles, like this clip of us talking about the music of our youth, and then they play Laura's song, Leave a Light On.
So my mom had the weirdest record collection. It was like Sabbath Bloody Sabbath and like Yanni. And you're like, nice. You're open-minded, Mom. I get
the
it.
kids, one for me.
Yeah,
One for the
yeah.
kids, one for me.
And it's like the Mary Poppins soundtrack, and then it's like Def Leppard. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you're just like, okay. So I was raised to like listen to a bunch of different genres
Yeah.
and old school stuff. And
Did you guys
newer
ever
stuff.
listen to anything that really pissed your parents off?
Oh, yeah. Rap is crap.
Rap? Really? Your parents didn't like the
Oh,
rap?
I love gangster rap so much.
Nice. How old were you when you went through that phase?
Oh.
This is last year.
This was the lumberyard phase. So this was when I was looking for weed on the rail.
See?
I mean,
That makes sense.
I mean, jazz cabbage. It's a
Yeah.
family
Oh,
show.
it's legal. It's friggin' yeah. We're making lots of tax money off it.
But I would listen to the 2001 the Chronic I had my headphones on and I'd
No,
pretend I was rapping.
motherfucker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I get it.
to this day, it's one of my favorite albums. But
it's great.
Mom and Dad didn't like the rap. But then Mom got into 50 Cent later.
Are you serious?
Oh, that's cool. And I caught her singing candy shop and stuff. And I'd be
Right,
like,
in the
Mom!
grocery store,
Yeah.
saying
what is
shop.
this? And then she started wearing lugs, and I was like, okay.
Wow, your mom went through your phase.
She went through
She's digging through your
hip-hop.
closet, pulling out
Yeah.
your lugs. Yeah. I like these Fat Farm jeans.
Yeah,
These
exactly.
are great,
My brother
Steph.
went through that phase, and then she liked everything he was wearing. So and then she worked as a librarian. So
Cool.
she impressed all the children. Wearing, all the kids were like, she got the lugs, boy. Oh, Show got the lugs on.
Are you looking for those Franklin books?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're pretty dope. They're on aisle 4. Did you ever piss your parents off with music? If they liked it, if they were musicians, I imagine it's pretty hard.
They went through a Sarah McLachlan phase, which they hated.
Blasphemy! I felt like I was bullshit and everything.
That's amazing. As musicians, were they just pissed that she was selling more records than they were, too?
No.
how did
They weren't selling records.
Well, exactly, yeah. So to watch Sarah McLachlan get so famous, we could have done that.
You know, just not quite their cup of tea.
Well, the Tragically Hip too. I was obsessed with the Tragically Hip, and Dad'd be like, "Why you listen to that whiny fella?" And then later he started to appreciate Gord. Okay,
full circle, yep.
And then Dad, when they had that big thing, the final concert and stuff, and they broadcasted everywhere.
Yeah.
We were in North Sydney when that was going on, and Dad was like, "We gotta go see that." And I'm like, "Oh,
He's
you're
crying.
a fan, are you?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, remember all those times? Give me a hard time." Yeah.
Busted.
It's funny, but you know what? I'm telling you right now, if I was a parent and my kid listened to Kim Mitchell, I'd kick them out.
Are you serious?
That's your deal
Might as well
breaker,
go for
eh?
a soda. Might as well get out of my house.
Yeah, go for soda down the road, bud, and never come back. Bring your toothbrush.
Serious?
Oh, as soon as I hear. All right, boys.
How are you gonna finish this? What's yeah?
Well, we're going to finish it with one of my songs that has nothing to do with anything.
It's your
beautiful.
masterpiece.
No, it's
I
not
love
really.
this song.
It's called Leave a Light On. It's one of Steph's favorites. And
That's
so,
Jeff requested of you
so
years ago.
I oblige.
How old is the song actually?
I know it already.
It's off of my third album, which is, I don't know, 5-6 years ago.
Sweet.
I
This is
guess.
the album that you did with the Ordeals then?
No, I
Oh,
did that on my own, but they played the live shows with me when I
okay.
moved back. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
right.
Anyhow, so it's just a little love song. Metaphorically, you want somebody to leave the light on for you whether you're going out at night or.
That's such a nice way to end the podcast. Chef's kiss.
Yeah.
Leave a light on for me. Won't you, baby? There's so many things you've been thinking of changing. You're the one that I want, one that I need, the one that I've been thinking of lately. want you, baby. We could stay awake. Maybe if you feel like shaking. You're the one that I want, one that I need, the one that I've been thinking of lately. You're the one that I want, one that I need, the one that I've been thinking of lately. Oh, the past is gone. We gotta keep on keeping on. Oh, the past is gone. We gotta keep on keeping on. Oh, the past is gone. We gotta keep on keeping on. Oh, the past is gone. We gotta keep on keeping on. Oh, keeping on. Keeping on.
Thank you all so much.
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
What a beauty of a song. Gets me every time. The Factory Girls are on all the socials, and Laura has recordings at lauramerrimanmusic.bandcamp.com. Let's keep in festival gear, actually, and shift into my episode from Full Circle Festival, where I got to hang with Valmy, George Woodhouse, and Kelly McMichael all at once. We had a beauty time. So here's Valmy to kick it off.
This one's called Distance. Looking back, how long was it due to take? Catching up slow, were there amends to make? I am waiting for the next opening, but to follow through means you are listening. Oh, what that could move through the dread. It has taken too much time that could be spent on remembering who was. Why? A question never satisfied. Where to even start? Unwelcome tears arrive, and it's almost enough to push a little bravery out. Try and stay in touch with you now. Ooh, and say I'm sorry for the biggest sad we never talked about. See, I was scared of reaching out. Distance is the best hiding place around. There can be love, understanding, and grace. Precisely what I'm embarrassed to
delicate bastard, you. That was so sweet. Your voice is like a vibraphone. Like the warmth, you know, a vibraphone. It's like you have this warmth, but I haven't seen you play in a while. I guess since Paddle Fest.
Yeah, last summer.
And I just feel like your voice has come so far since I've known you, Valmy. It's really powerful, and you're like using it like a piano player would, or like a vibraphone player would. It's really cool to hear your melodies, man. Oh, crazy.
I wonder what my voice is gonna be like, Zach.
Oh, the golden pipes of George Woodhouse, brother.
Pretty close. This is to honor our guests that came all the way from Newfoundland. It's called Tales from the Trails. It's Grossmorn rap, Tales from the Trails, Trails with a Z. Oh, well, UNESCO said it back in 87. It's a part of a planet, but it looks like heaven. Dubbed a national park back in 73. The most natural place you ever did see. Well, thank you very much, James Cook and Jacques Cartier. And to the First Nations people who showed them the way. And now we got ourselves over 100K of trails. And Wales, what more could I say? Grossmorn, sound the foghorn. And tell Canada that they've been warned about a place impossible not to like. And when you get there, you gotta take a hike. Whoa, a Grossmorn, Newfoundland. If you're going anywhere else, change your plans, because it's worth the trip to say the least. So stop where you're going and go to the east. Ow! Yeah, you feel it? I forgot to say that you have a part in this song, sweet audience. When I say Grossmorn the first time, you do this. You go, Grossmorn, sound the foghorn. Okay, let's practice together. You ready? Okay, Grossmorn. That's very good. Okay, and the second time I do it, you go, Grossmorn, Newfoundland. Okay, let's practice that. Ready? Okay. Grossmorn. Okay, foghorn and Newfoundland. Here we go. So, Grossmorn means a largemouth. I forgot the first word of the second verse was Grossmorn. Sorry, Zach. That was a jump start. Okay, here we go. So, a Grossmorn means a large mountain standing alone, envious of anyone who's ever called it their home. Is there anywhere that anybody knows where the boreal forest meets the Arctic snows of the tundras that flow into the seas? You can smell the ocean and feel the breeze. And if you check out the trails, check out the trees. And if you see the tablelands, you shall be pleased. We got seals, caribou, and real bald eagles. So much wildlife, it's barely legal. We got salmon, cod, halibut, and lobster fishing it right now. The national park is on a mission, cause they're dealing with their ecological integrity, cause there are too many moose in the moose colony. Yeah, they're eating up arboreal vegetation. So take a moose home and help the moose population. There are 1,800 square kilometers, so many hikes, it would bust your pedometers. Rocks that are 1.2 billion years old. And if anybody asks, you can say you've been told about Grossmorn, sound the fog. Yeah! Oh yeah, that you've been warned about a place that's impossible not to like. And when you get there, you gotta take a hike. Whoa, Grossmorn. If you're going anywhere else, change your plans, and it's worth the trip, to say the least. So thanks for coming, Kelly and Valmy.
Oh my God.
I just came from Trails, Tales, and Tunes.
No way!
Yeah. So that was all. It was all on point. It was very fresh, recent, relevant.
How recent?
Like 3 weeks ago.
Oh man,
Yeah.
so that's like 11 years almost to the day practically.
And 11 is a very special number for me. There's a lot of thin veil things happening right here. This is very...
Okay, so I'm gonna do the opening track on the main album that I will call my one album, even though there is other stuff out there if you go digging. This is called I Missed Out on Everything. Memories hit me, the flooding in. I missed out on everything. I missed out on everything. I missed out on everything. I missed out on some learning, and I think that I'm wise, but my body's burning for those good old times, swimming through Greenland. It's messing us up, watching the replays, every director's cut, every director's cut. I missed out on everything. I missed out on everything. I missed out on everything. I missed out on
Do you actually feel like you missed out on everything?
No, that was just I was going through a rough time and feeling like I wasn't where I wanted to be in life.
I feel like that's every musician on Instagram. Each of those sweeties needs their own episode, right? We just scratched the surface there. Find them online. Valmy is at valmymusic.com. George is at georgewoodhouse.com, and Kelly is at kellymcmichael.com. Now, my next clip, well, I still can't believe he was willing to hang out with me, but of course he did. He's a legend of sweetness, guitar, and songwriting. This is a clip of Stephen Fearing giving me vocal lessons before tearing my face off with his playing. Stephen Fearing with his song, The Finest Kind.
Yeah, so you do vocal workups, I guess. You work out your voice before doing a show, right? How much do you lift? Sorry, I had to do it. But
my ma's a trained soprano, right? And my aunt is too.
And your grandfather was a baritone?
My grandfather, yeah. So there's a lot of vocalists in my family, and I sort of, when you pick something up, you think you're the first person to ever do it in the world, and certainly in your family. So it gradually dawned on me that I'm very much in the family tradition. But my aunt and my mother were asking me a couple of years ago, so what do you do for your daily vocal thing? And I was like, what?
You until a couple years ago?
Yeah.
You had never, wow.
Not really. I'd come to a show and I'd do a little bit of, but I never really thought about it in between. And they said, oh, darling, you must. As your voice gets older, it's not good. So when COVID hit, I went for a period of about 2 months where I didn't really sing. I mean, there was little streaming things, but nothing like this. There's something that happens in a live performance where everything gets put on 10, and that's when, if you're not in shape, that's when you'll start to crack and lose your voice and all that. So I realized, oh my God, this thing's going to go on for a long time. And if I don't have some kind of routine, I'm going to lose my mind, but I might lose my voice too. So I found a whole bunch of YouTube videos of these teachers that just sit there with the piano and go, okay, today's exercise, and you just follow it along. And it's like having a piano accompanist. And lo and behold, I mean, it's good for the voice, but it was so good for the brain. Like, it made a huge difference to my mental health. Just the act of moving a column of air up and down through your body, like if that's what you do every night, then suddenly stop. It's really hard. Yeah, so that was a good thing to learn. And it's amazing how many vocalists don't do it, and I'm completely hooked on it, and I won't bore you too much, but I mean, if you ask me, I'll really get into it.
Do you want to do one? Do you want to give an example? No, because they're too weird?
No, but there's stuff called flutterbees, so there's...
Flutterbees?
And you think it's really funny, but try it. It's not. It's like to get it to be a.
Did you make a lot of sound effects as a kid?
Probably.
Like the Jetsons sound? Because that's the sound of the Jetsons car.
And then there's a one with your tongue, which is. Same thing. All about loosening up, and then there's vowels, so the A, E, I, O, U with consonants in front, sounds, and those all get the resonators in you. So you do enough of this stuff, and it's amazing. You'll start sneezing, you'll start yawning. You're sort of like, wow, this is. But it's really good because it's like anything. If you suddenly decided, all right, I'm going to take up jogging, and you go out and run a mile, you will be absolutely fucked within half a block. Yeah. But if you work up to it, that's the thing.
You teach songwriting too, don't you, actually?
A little bit, yeah.
Have you started to factor in vocal warm-ups to the songwriting
I try
teaching?
to, but most people aren't really interested.
Have you started writing songs with those sounds in them yet? Christine,
No, I'll leave that to Bobby McFerrin.
Good call. Or me, I could pick it up. The world needs a new Roger Miller, I think.
Yes.
We mentioned a lot of Nashville names earlier, like we were talking Cash a lot, but we didn't talk Roger Miller at all.
No, I came to him late. But one of my favorite sayings, those who live by the song die by the road.
Whoa.
That's Roger Miller.
That's a Roger Miller quote?
Yeah.
Whoa, that's a heavy one.
Live by the song, die by the road. It's a really good quote.
I just thought of another song I would love to hear.
All right,
if you...
try me.
The Finest Kind?
Sure.
Really? I get to retune your guitar. We broke the drop D rule.
No, we're still in drop D.
Okay.
I've been dumped, I've been sore, hard to get, and then I got what for. I bought the ring, but we fell apart. She bent my mind and broke my heart, and with one love letter, the finest of the dear John kind. I picked my bones on every stage when singing songs was all the rage. I sold my back when I needed cash. I lost my car when I found my stash. Cuffed and collared by the government's finest kind. The finest kind. Oh, cruel winds are always blowing colder, and a hard rain is never far behind. Come on, darling, rest your head upon the shoulder of the finest kind. The finest kind. The finest of the finest kind. Self-afflicted, life-addicted. I paid my money, but I lost my ticket. I rolled the stones and I walked the blues. I stretched my stride, trimmed my fuse when I went running with the finest of the traveling kind. The traveling kind. Oh, cruel winds are always blowing colder, and a hard rain is never far behind. Come on, darling, rest your head upon the shoulder of the finest kind. The finest kind. The finest of the finest kind. The finest kind. Ah, the finest of the finest kind.
Wow.
Woo! That was fun. Thank you for asking for that one.
I just need to make sure my face is still on.
That night was stupid fun. I got ketchup on my shirt when Steven and I shared some fries, and I was like, whatever, that same happened with Stephen Fearing's fries, dude. I haven't washed it since. Just kidding, I have. But seriously, what a performer and a legend of the stage. Find him at stephenfearing.ca. Go see him. Now, to the only episode that ended with a card trick. Sunny Chances made me laugh, think, and then think about laughing. I made him play me songs and open his wild brain to me. So here is Sunny Chances playing his song, Woman.
So you say you're married, so faithful, so stable, until you get rowdy, flip tables, unfaithful. So you decide that you're gonna be a piece of shit to your woman, and you can't wait 48 fucking hours until she gets home. You say you're sorry. She doesn't know what you're thinking of, 'cause you speak in riddles so backwards in fables. Does she not deserve truth? You're waning integrity. Try being straight up and cut her loose from your string of abuse. So you decide that you're gonna be a piece of shit to your woman, and you can't wait 48 fucking hours until she gets home. So you decide that you're gonna be a piece of shit to your woman, and you can't wait 48 fucking hours until she gets home. You've got no time for capsize this lifeboat. You can repair what your future holds. You've got no time left. She's feeling bereft, excluding what you've done. Time will heal this one. She was unable to tell by your fables. She should enable what you'd become. She was unable to tell by your fables. She should unlabel what you'd become. shit to your woman. And you can't wait 48 fucking hours until she gets home. So you decide that you're gonna be a piece of shit to your woman. And you can't wait 48 fucking hours until she gets home. So you decide that you're gonna be a piece of shit to your woman. And you can't wait 48 fucking hours until she gets home. So you decide that you're gonna be a piece of shit to your woman.
Oh, fuck. Oh.
Hey.
Wow. Wow, that's such a good song. I'm so glad we did get that recorded. Shit, that was a good take, too, man.
Yeah, I've never figured out the ending of it.
Really? Just, yeah, whatever it feels that night.
Yeah.
So when you're because you do play live sometimes. You do this thing with Zach McLean at Brightwood where you guys bartend and play songs at the same time, right?
Yeah.
Like you're running back and forth between the stage and the bar?
No. One of us will work the bar while the other plays. But we want to give off the strum and serve.
Strum and serve.
Yeah, Brightwood, yeah.
That should be a regular thing across the country.
Yeah.
So are you playing your tunes when you get up there? Do you throw those in? Or
Yeah. Yeah.
When you think people don't notice?
Yeah. Just Zach plays a lot of covers as well.
Right.
And I don't know many covers at all.
What's your go-to, like, back pocket? You know what? It's a hot room. I might as well blow their minds with this song.
Strangers by the Kinks, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, that. Steely Dan. What Steely Dan song?
Real in the
I mean,
News
yeah,
or
all of
something?
them. Yeah.
Somebody in the audience said all of them.
Every song, yeah.
What's your go-to karaoke song? Like,
Oh, hands down, What a Fool Believes by the Doobie Brothers.
oh, are you going to see the Doobie Brothers when they come to Halifax?
I don't know yet. I'll know tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, you said you just applied to a job. Was it with the Doobie Brothers?
I'm the Doobie Brother. I'm taking over Shia LaBeouf's father's job as the Doobie Brothers joint roller. Yeah.
What? No, tell me that's real trivia.
That's real. That's
okay. Please expand on this.
Oh, well, Shia LaBeouf's father was the joint roller for the Doobie Brothers in the 70s and 80s.
What a weird thing to have in your...
Just the 70s, I don't know.
Okay, you know that.
That's just something I know.
Is that part of your trivia that you host?
No. Just tons of fucking random shit going on up here.
You should see the Shia LaBeouf folder. It's so full.
Yeah.
You gotta go listen to that episode to hear his audible card trick. Then find more music from Sunny at sunnychances.bandcamp.com. Now, you can't have the sun without the rain is a saying, which is why I wanted Kim Joy Lake to play her song Honey and Rain. Kim's writing is just as strong as her community building skills or her ability to establish a vibe whatsoever. So, here we are talking about the right vibe before Kim plays Honey and Rain. Do you get that same feeling from writing and like creating the song and getting it out of your system? Do you get that same feeling live from giving it to a crowd?
I think I do.
You don't have to feel pressure because they're sitting there. Hold on. Hold on. Ignore them for a second. I'm standing in front of Kim and blocking the audience. Do you get the same feeling?
I really do. Like I've been saying, it's not something I get to do a whole lot of. So it used to be something that freaked me right out. Like before my first show, I first few shows, actually, I would not sleep the night before.
Oh, wow. So you went into those tired, wired...
Oh, just in a different zone completely.
Cool.
I would be,
Wow.
literally having no sleep.
I got to try that sometime.
I don't recommend it. I don't remember any of them.
That's great. Get it out of the way.
So it used to be something that make me really, really nervous, but now it is something that I do appreciate. Mostly when people invite me, like I say, I'm not great at putting myself out there, but when people have heard my music and then ask to come hear it, it makes me feel like they mean it.
Oh, yes, yeah. Not hunting for gigs desperately every weekend. That's...
I mean, to
it's a
each their
different
own,
lifestyle.
yeah.
I don't think there's anything very good feeling about that. That's not the same level of, like, reward and relationship, I feel like. There's a desperation in there.
Some people get just great pleasure out of that, though. I think playing for people generally. Where for me, it has to be more the right setting. I need to kind of have an idea of who's going to be there, what the vibe's going to be.
Oh, ahead of time.
A little bit.
Really? Did you? I could have sent you the guest list for tonight if you wanted to know everybody who's in the room. I feel like you do know everybody in the room, though.
I don't know Table 1.
Oh, but Table 1 loves you. Yeah. Table 1 loves you, Kim. You've made quite the impression tonight already.
Aw.
I want to request another song from you, though. Okay. And I think this is a feel-good song to me. I would like you to play Honey and Rain.
Okay.
Wish I was doing it too. It's the littlest things that fill my heart. I need a little less what, a little more who. So hold on to these moments. Whatever you need to get through. And remember you're brave, and you're strong, and you're smart. And all my best days are with you. So move on, little black rain cloud. Pay no attention to me. My honey's waiting for me. My honey's waiting for me.
I will always request that song. It brings me so much calm. Find Kim and her beauty tunes at kimjoylake.com. Speaking of requests, the king of audience requests has got to be Old Man Luedecke. Here's a clip of he and I talking about his recent family paddling trip down the Yukon River and into the audience requesting his song, I Quit My Job.
Seems like in the woods you should all be all for one and one for all.
You should all agree on Mr. Noodles in the woods.
Right.
When fending for
You
survival.
know what I mean?
yeah.
But no. Anyway, so that was something that I didn't overcome. So that gives me hope for further wilderness trips with my family, because until we're all sort of half starved into cohesion, culinary cohesion.
That's amazing. Half starved into culinary cohesion.
I don't even know if that makes sense in English.
It does. Oh, that was a Korean joke.
Yes,
that's
right.
Okay, right. No, I've heard that in Korean, and it's much funnier.
Yeah.
Would you recommend that trip to other families?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah, there's no white water on it, so
Okay.
there's a few things that make it really acceptable for families.
Have you ever seen
there's
that-
no portaging, there's no white water, which is a big plus.
It's you're
not really worried about you're not really worried about dying.
Okay, on this trip, on the
tipping,
Yukon
you know
River.
what I mean, or whatever.
Have you ever seen that Meryl Streep and Kevin Bacon movie about the whitewater?
No, what is it? A river runs through it?
No, that's a much gentler movie.
Oh.
This movie is terrifying.
Oh.
And I'm so glad you didn't watch it before taking your family on a trip.
I'll watch it tonight.
Yeah, don't watch it tonight.
Okay.
Watch it next time. Actually, don't watch it.
Okay, I won't.
It's pretty bad. Kevin Bacon's a perfect villain.
Oh, yeah, so he is.
Will you play me a song?
I will. What should I play?
I want you to pick this one. I'm curious what you would pick, because I could ask you to play all your 20-year-old hits.
Yeah, well, does anybody have any ideas out there?
I love that you're that kind of performer.
You quit your job. I can do that right now.
Numerous people apparently quit their jobs today, so they're...
Well, if it's as an air conditioning repair person, I think that it's not very timely. Sorry. I had to do it.
How many people do you get coming up to you at shows like, hey, I just quit my job, man?
Well, it depends on the season.
And the town, I guess.
Okay, I can do this. This is also 20 years old, isn't it? Oh, bright minds of poverty, hold on to your heart-won liberty. Discard your store-bought realities. Don't let them take the joy that you make on your own. Work when you need to, baby, but don't let them bleed you, baby. Do nothing more than feed you, lady. Don't let them take the joy that you make on your own. Don't fuss, don't fight it, no. Take that wrong and right it home. And always live on rice and potatoes. your heart's candle and relight it. I quit my job. I quit my job. I quit my job. I'm free today. Should be proud of where I am. All my friends work their dreams with their hands. And truly this is the promised land. If you don't let them take the joy that you make on your own. Don't kill yourself about making it. Just be taking it easy, but be taking it. There's enough out there who are faking it. Don't let them take the joy that you make on your own. Don't fuss, don't fight it, no. Take that wrong and right it home. And always live on rice and potato. Take your heart's candle and relight it. I quit my job. I quit my job. I quit my job. I'm free today. Thank you very much. It's not 20 years old. It's like
Great request.
16 years old.
16?
I don't know.
Is that the last time you had to quit a job?
No, I quit the scalping just recently. I also quit. I taught ukulele in Chester for till last year, like from the beginning of the pandemic.
What? That's cool. I didn't know you did that.
Picked up kids after school and at Chester CDS and walked them to the St. Stephen's Hall, and they got a snack and then banged on drums and played ukulele. And
cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
You were teaching ukulele and scalloping at the same time?
No, I guess not. But, well, that would be a trick. But
okay. What an amazing performer Old Man Luedecke is. And oi, all his songs are so friggin' sweet. Find everything he does at oldmanluedecke.ca. Our last clip is from my episode with the world's greatest father-in-law, Steve Rutchinski. This man is so inspiring, politically, personally, musically. I think of Steve as like the pinnacle of humanity. We got it right. A wonderful man, a wonderful man. So here is Steve Rutchinski summing up life beautifully and performing his song, Take My Advice.
You're the only person, especially musically, I would say, that I know who can see things from every angle, whether you agree with them or not. You actually look at things from every angle.
Yeah, I think that's very important.
Do you do that with your songwriting too, then?
No, I just tell it what I want to say.
You boil it down a little bit. Okay. Then why do you focus on relationships, like the minutia of a relationship, and why do you focus on relationships in a lot of your songs rather than political change?
The relationship, sorry?
Yeah, why do you focus on human relationships in your songs rather than...
Because that's what I actually think politics is human relations. How people relate to one another and how they relate, what constraints there are on their ability to relate to one another and to affect what's happening in the world around them. It's all about relations.
What are those constraints, you think?
Well, the biggest one is disempowerment. It's like during the pandemic, as I said, the nurses and the educators, they took concrete proposals to the government as to what to do, how to make schools safe, how to make hospitals safe. So the problem wasn't that they didn't know what to do. Mm-hmm. The problem was they were told there's no vehicle for you to implement what you're proposing. No, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
If you don't like it, vote somebody else in. And 4 years later, you vote somebody else in and you get the same thing.
Yeah.
So that's the problem.
They're all just a shell game. Yeah.
So, yeah.
So I guess when you're writing songs, the reason I'm so curious about this is because you write such personal songs about relationships. Like the next song I'm going to friendly heckle you to play is Take My Advice.
And to me, this song says so much about the human condition and pride and things getting in the way of a relationship. But it's so interesting to me that politically you look at things on such a grand scale, but then when you sit down and you write, you go for the interpersonal, one-on-one hardships.
When we were talking about, when you talk about Take My Advice, that too is a very personal song. And I took a lot to work out and say what I wanted to say. And the measure for me, if I've succeeded, is when other people aren't looking at my story, they're looking and they can see something in it that they have experienced. So then I've tapped into something that's more common and more broadly experienced by people, you know. So with this song, partly I succeeded, but the other part, I was asked, there's a verse in here where I said, don't go running by your baby's house. So somebody came up and asked me, well, are you talking about stalking? Are you stalking somebody? And I thought, geez, I didn't make it on this one, because I was really trying to say, just look in your own heart and you'll know. You don't have to go anywhere to find out what's happened in your relationship. Just look in your own heart, you know it. And that's because that was about the moment I saw my partner at the time. I knew this relationship was over. She was 150 feet away from me. I just like went, boom. So that's what I was trying to convey. You don't have to ask, you don't have to look, just look in your own heart and look in your own being. What you're feeling comes from something real. So deal with that, not stalking.
Yeah, just so all podcast listeners know, my father-in-law is not a stalker. Yeah.
Yay.
Want to put that up?
Are you going to play on this one too, please?
Sure, yeah. I would love that.
So this is called Take My Advice, and I wrote it as a piece of advice to me, telling me to take my own advice. If you ever hear whippoorwill, sounds too blue to fly, the moon should go behind a cloud to hang its head and cry. And if that lonesome whistle ever blows just for you, it chills you to the bone, don't go running by your baby's house. She might not be at home, 'cause I saw her just the other day, walking with some man, great big smile written right across her face. They were walking hand in hand. No, that wasn't no long lost cousin or friend, just blown into town. You don't believe me, go by her place now. Your baby is not around. Play guitar. Roberta, Roberta girl, where'd you stay last night? You know I missed you so. Went by your house to see if you were alright. You were not at home. That's when I felt that lonesome whistle blowing just for me. Chilled me to the bone. So don't go running by your baby's house. She might not be at home. Take my advice, man, I'm telling you, I say, don't go running by your baby's house. Yeah, 'cause she might not be alone.
And that's the show, friends. We did it together. Way to go. Thank you for tuning into this whole episode. Thank you for checking out this podcast. I tried to pack it into an hour and a half, and I thought, it's impossible. It's impossible to jam all of these incredible artists and everything they have to say and everything I have to say into a tiny little episode. So thank you for listening to this whole thing. Please tell your friends, tell more family, tell everybody about this podcast so we can share all of this great music with the world. And again, so much more to come. I loves ya. I loves ya so much. Thank you for listening.
Do you have like a jingle? Like, do, Zach?